Hello, EDL 602 students. I am your instructor for this fall course, Dr. Nicole Cockrell. I just wanted to come on and give you some brief updates and just get you set to start this trimester off strong. So the first thing I want to talk about is our very first virtual class, which we will meet not this Saturday, but the following Saturday. And we will start promptly at 8 a.m. And I do require that your cameras be turned on and position yourself in a room that is free of a lot of noises so that when you are asked to participate, you're able to turn off of your mute and be able to participate. So let's jump into all the wonderful things that this course will provide. I am going to share my screen so that I am able to walk through the Canvas module with you. So I am in the modules of your Canvas interface. You will find that you have a course welcome and introduction section, and in that section, you will be able to locate the syllabus for this course. Also, there are just some handy tools and just information for you that's listed in this area. Then you'll scroll down and you will find the resource section. In the resources, that's where you will find this William Carey approved cover sheet, not letter, cover sheet. And I will tell you all assignments, unless I tell you that they don't require a cover page, should have this page attached. As you guys can see, I have the spinning wheel of death. Hopefully it'll pull up a little bit easier for you. But you will need to download this, and that way after you've downloaded it, you can update it for each assignment and you'll have it a part of your documents. It is not going to load for me. So I did download it, so let's look at it from the downloaded space. Okay, so this is what that document looks like as a cover sheet. So make sure every assignment, as I stated, unless otherwise instructed, you should have this William Carey approved cover sheet on each assignment cover page. And I would download it, copy and paste it to the first page of every assignment if I were you. Change the title, your name, your email, your phone, submit it to Dr. Nicole Cockrell. And this is EDL 602, Roles of the Principal, Fall 2024, 2025. I would go ahead and do that if I were you, just so that you will have it. And all you'll have to do from each assignment is just tweak the assignment name. Now, going back to our Canvas module to look at it. All right, it actually finally loaded in there as well. Going back to our modules. There we go. In your resources, like I said, there are plenty of resources. Please go back and read your academic integrity policy and incident report. William Carey has made it a point that we check for any assignments that are AI generated. And that's if you're using tools like Grammarly, and it makes suggestions for you to change up the way you've written something. AI generated will show up in your turn it in assignment post. So be careful with that, because the first time I will give you a warning and ask that you resubmit. But after that, I am instructed that I am to turn you in to the dean for any plagiarism using AI to write your papers. All of those things will fall under this academic integrity policy. So please go back and read that and make yourself familiar with it. Marzano's full protocols is listed there. You have some things for domains 1 through 3, 4, 5, and 6. So look through all of these different things that are provided here in your resources tab. Again, I'm gonna say it again. Download the cover page for your use. There is a reference guide for APA 7th edition, and I will refer to that quite a bit when I am grading your assignments. There's also the Purdue OWL APA 7th edition for your use here. It tells you how to avoid plagiarism, as well as in-text citations, quotations. Keep in mind, when you're doing graduate level work, anytime you are using words from a textbook, which is what you're going to be using, you should be including in-text citation to give the author credit for the work. Alrighty, and here's another part I want to explain. When emailing me with questions about your assignments, please make sure you give the week or module week that you're in. Tell me the particular assignment you're addressing so that I can go back and find it. As well as tell me what course you are in. If you are in 82E or 81, let me know that information also, because I am teaching 3 different sections of this course, as well as I have a full-time other job that I am a principal of a school. So I just need more information so that I can get to the question and answer quicker for you, because I know how busy everyone is. Your mental agreement forms, you will go over that when you have your virtual orientation with Dr. Sellers on September 7th, and that's going to follow immediately after our virtual class that will begin at 8 a.m. on September 7th. Clinical practice, all that will be again discussed in your virtual orientation. Now, let's look at our requirements for week 1. Week 1, there is an overview for you to click on and just kind of go through all of that. I will have an instructor video. This video, after today, you'll see it linked right underneath that. And there will always be an instructor video linked in a week prior to that week's class. If you do not have a textbook ordered, I'm going to tell you, you need to go ahead and get that ordered, because this entire class is centered around the textbook that we use for this class. So please, please, please make sure you have your textbook for this class. The PDF for the introduction is listed here. So if you haven't received it, you can go ahead and read the introduction so that you are able to do your summary and reflection of the introduction, as well as your Dropbox to get to know the class, so we can get to know you basically. And that's all due on Sunday, September 1st. Every assignment, with an exception of the last discussion, is due the Sunday 11:59 and 59 seconds of that week. It is late after Sunday. So 12:01 on the very next day, it is considered late. So please be mindful of that when you're scheduling out your week, that all of your assignments are due on Sunday. Your group project will be coming up, but we will discuss the group project. You'll have time during our first virtual class to meet with your group members, to exchange information and all of that. So don't really worry about this section as of right now. Wait until we meet Saturday, September 7th at 8 a.m. and I'll give you all the pertinent information about your SMART Goals data analysis project. And let me say this, anytime you see the word Dropbox, that's going to be a place for you to turn in an assignment. So you're going to always want to click on the Dropbox, because that's where all the information lives. That's where your rubric for your assignment lives. Everything that you'll need to turn this assignment in is listed there. Okay, so please be mindful of the drop boxes that you need to click on them. This assignment will not open until in the morning, so that's why you're not seeing exactly what it is you're doing for the assignment. But make sure you're aware of that when you see a drop box that you need to click on it. Alrighty, so in our module 2, week 2, that's where the link is for your virtual class. You shouldn't need anything to sign into this class. Once you click on it, it should offer you to join, and you'll be waiting on the host, which is me, to let you in the class on Saturday morning. However, in the event something does happen and you can't get into the class, send me an email. I will have my email open just for any kind of confusion around getting into the course, into the virtual class. And as soon as we're done with our virtual class, you will then go back to this module to click the link to join your virtual orientation, which will follow after our class time. So at 10 o'clock, 10:15, you'll get started in your orientation. So you'll get a 15-minute window where you can, take a bathroom break and maybe grab a light snack before you have to start the second virtual class. It's going to be a heavy Saturday morning for you. So these are all the things we'll discuss during our virtual class, which will be your SMART goals activity. There's the template for the data analysis project. If you would like to print that out prior to our virtual class, I will share my screen and walk you through that. However, your SMART goals data, all of that, we're going to go through all of this in the virtual class so that you have an understanding of what the expectation is for this assignment. We try to pace this course where you're always reading a domain ahead. So for week 2, you're actually responsible for domains 1 and 2. However, you should read that like this week so that the next week you're always a week ahead in your readings. So that's the other part of this. That your drop boxes for your domains will be available for the 2. It's always 2 domains ahead in the reading, but what's due is 2 behind. I know that sounds confusing. It sounds confusing as I'm saying it. But to be ahead in your reading is the whole point of assigning read chapter 3 and all of that so early, so you always feel ahead. Again, your groups for your SMART goal groups will be here, and then we will talk about that during our class. Oh, that date needs to be updated. I'll fix those dates. They are wrong. Let's see. Let's go back to our summary and reflection of the introduction that's due for you on September 1st. There are parts of that assignment that I want to discuss with you. So let me come out of the student view. You'll see my messier screen is what I call it, because it's the behind the scenes look, which makes it a bit messier. For this assignment, this Dropbox, this is the introduction page. This is everything you need to know to be successful with this assignment. I put some things in red because I wanted them to stand out and say, look at me, I'm important. So for your introduction and summary, your goal is to give a brief summary and a description of each domain within the school leadership model. You have a 2-page limit for this assignment. I don't want a dissertation about the domains because you will break that down as you do the domain assignments. So for this assignment, you're just giving a brief summary and a description of each domain. So quick, brief, I know what it is. Let me tell you what it is, moving on to the next domain. That's what this assignment is about. So if you look here at the directions, you should have an introductory paragraph that provides an overview of the school leadership model as stated in the required readings. I don't want you to Google this. I don't want you to go and look for different articles to support your answer. I want you to take your textbook. I want you to read the introduction paragraph, read the introduction so that you are able to provide an introductory paragraph. And I want it to come from the work of Carbo and Marzano, okay? I like to tell students that because sometimes I think we do more than what is expected. Following your brief paragraph or your introductory paragraph, you should then provide a brief paragraph of a description of each domain. Now let's talk about that. These paragraphs that you are doing should be written in the third person. Third person means you are not using I, me, my, all of those first person pronouns. This is graduate level work. You should start by saying, as a leader, okay, the school leadership model will assist with, and talk about that. As an instructional leader, you can do it from that lens. But please do not say, I will do this, this, and this. My role is this, this, and this, because you'll see that I'm going to highlight and I'm going to comment. Please use the third person because this is important in graduate writing. okay? APA format takes you out of the situation, okay? You don't want to start off by saying I, me, my in your writing. All righty. Now, when you get to the concluding paragraph where you are going to reflect on what you learned in the reading, in that third paragraph, when you hit reflection and then start typing, you can at that point use first person because it's asking you to answer the questions of, was this new information? Did you find it interesting? How would this information help prepare you as a future leader? So you can then write from a personal perspective, but that's only in that third paragraph where you're going to provide your personal reflection. But everything else should never be in first person. I want to spend some time on that so that everybody understands that that's where you start losing points. Alrighty, so I've covered that. The rubric is here and it's very detailed. In the introductory paragraph, did you provide an overview of the school leadership model? And I just added this to this rubric so that students wouldn't lose points. Must be written in the third person. Description of the domains must be written in the third person. Concluding paragraph, and I put here, can be written in the first person, but paying attention to the questions. Are you answering the question? Was it new information? Did you find it interesting? How will this information help prepare you as a future leader? All of these things need to be addressed in that concluding paragraph. And then this is the last part of this rubric that is so important. The assignment should follow APA format, using correct grammar and sentence structure, written in the third person, and be no more than 2 pages in length, excluding the cover page and your reference page. So you'll start with a cover page, you'll end with a reference page, and everything in the middle should be the 3 paragraphs discussed here. So just make sure that you are paying attention to your rubric because that is where your points come from. Now, let's go back. I want to make sure that I did not leave anything out. I'm really good about making my notes before I do a video. If you are having trouble with anything in the Canvas module, with any questions you have about your assignments, I am always looking at my email, so I will respond to an email. If you send me a message in inbox, I only see inbox messages when I'm in Canvas. I'm not in Canvas every day. I'm not in Canvas multiple times of the day. I go to Canvas when I'm uploading a video or grading assignments. But if you have a question for me or a concern, that should be sent via email. And my email is on the course page of this. Let me go back to this. My email address is listed right here. So you don't have to find me. I am right here. Send me an email. I will answer your email in a very timely manner. If there is a point where I don't get to your email quickly, it does not hurt my feelings for you to email me again and just say, I'm following up with this question and ask me again. I know how busy you all are as educators. I am an educator. I work full-time as a school level principal, and my life gets a little busy as well. So grace upon grace is what I always say for each of us in this program. So if you need anything or you have questions about anything, don't hesitate to email. If you send it via inbox and you haven't heard from me and it's been over 24 hours, then it's probably likely I haven't seen it. Shoot me an email and that way I will look at that because I receive the emails on my personal cell phone. I don't receive inboxes to my phone. With that, this was a very lengthy video because it is the first one. If you have any questions, any concerns, anything that I can assist you with as we navigate through EDL 602, roles of the principal, please don't hesitate to reach out. I look forward to moving through this course with you. Anything we can learn together, I always find to be beneficial. So have a great start to this program, and I look forward again to getting to know each of you. Have a great week. Bye-bye.